In the old streets of Delhi, the smell of spices fills the air. Traders shout, gold shines, children laugh. It feels like time stopped, but only a few kilometers away, in a quiet warehouse with no sign outside. A revolution is happening. A man orders salt. It arrives in 10 minutes. A woman orders an iPhone. Also 10 minutes. Someone buys a gold bar. Yes, gold. 10 minutes too. This is not magic. It's the birth of something new. A new world called instant commerce. The question is ... Can this speed change the future of trade or destroy it? Chapter 1. The Streets of Old Delhi. Listen, do you hear it? The noise of Old Delhi, horns, voices, bells. 1,000 sounds mixed together, like music and chaos at the same time. The air smells of spices, turmeric, cardamom, chili, and fried food. Every corner is alive. Men pull wooden carts through the narrow streets. Women bargain loudly with shopkeepers. Old buildings lean over the roads like they are whispering stories from 100 years ago. Here, in these crowded alleys, trade never stopped. From morning to night, business is everywhere. People sell gold, silver, clothes, jewelry, nuts, perfumes, and sweets. Children run, laughing between stalls. Customers argue over 1 rupee, just like their grandfathers once did. Time. It feels frozen here. You can almost see the past still walking beside you. But only a few kilometers away, another world is waking up. A silent world. A world of screens and machines, no shouting, no bargaining. Just speed. In an empty-looking warehouse outside the old city, the real story begins. From the outside, it looks simple. Gray walls, small doors, nothing special. But inside, a revolution is moving. There are no customers, no colorful shelves, only people in uniforms, scanning barcodes and running between boxes. Their eyes are sharp. Their hands move fast. Every second matters. This is not a normal supermarket. It's called a dark store, a secret heart of India's new delivery empire. And what happens here will change the way the world shops. Imagine this. You are sitting at home in Delhi. It's a hot afternoon. The fan is turning slowly, and your wife shouts from the kitchen, "The salt is finished." You smile, open your phone, and press 1 button. Order sent. Before your tea cools down, a motorbike stops outside. A man in a bright jacket hands you a small bag. The salt is here. 10 minutes. That's all it takes. A few hours later, your neighbor does the same. But he doesn't order food. He orders a gold bar. Yes, gold, 24 carats. And it arrives in 10 minutes too. It sounds impossible, but it's real. Every minute, in Indian cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, thousands of riders speed through traffic, carrying everything from milk to iPhones to gold. They don't stop. They can't stop. Every delay means losing a customer. This, my friend, is the new India, the land of instant commerce. For centuries, Indian trade was slow and traditional. From farmers to spice traders, deals were made face to face. But the digital storm changed everything. Now, people don't go to the market. The market comes to them, All they need is an app and 10 minutes of waiting. The narrator pauses. 10 minutes, he repeats softly. It sounds small, but it changes everything, because behind those 10 minutes, there are systems, data, and thousands of people working together like parts of one giant machine. Dark stores hidden in the city. Workers called pickers moving faster than time. And riders, the modern messengers of India, risking heat, rain, and traffic for a few extra rupees. Every order is a race. Every second is a test. And every delivery is a victory. At night, when the old market of Delhi sleeps, these new stores stay awake. Their lights never go out. One shift ends, another begins. They refill shelves, check data, and prepare for the morning rush. This is the unseen world that keeps the 10-minute dream alive. While the old city dreams of spices and silk, the new city dreams of speed and software. India is changing. The old and the new are walking side by side, sometimes together, sometimes against each other. The question is, which one will win? Will the smell of spices survive the glow of the screen? Or will the digital storm erase the sound of human voices? No one knows yet, but one thing is clear. The story of Indian commerce has just entered its fastest chapter, and this is only the beginning. Chapter 2. The Warehouse of Shadows. The morning light falls over the city of Delhi. Outside, the streets are waking up. Cars honk, dogs bark, shops open. But inside a quiet building, another world already runs at full speed. No windows, no music, no customers, only movement. This is the dark store, the secret engine behind India's 10-minute miracle. At first it feels strange. You expect shelves, colors, people shopping. But here, everything looks different. The aisles are narrow, the lights are bright, and boxes cover every wall. Men and women in red and black uniforms move quickly between them. Each worker has a small device in one hand. A scanner. Beep, beep, beep. The sound repeats like a heartbeat. Every beep means one product found, one step closer to delivery. A woman named Reena picks up a bag of rice. Her screen flashes, one item done. Next, milk. She runs down the aisle, grabs it, scans, and drops it into a plastic bag. Another beep, another victory. Her goal: finish the order in less than 2 minutes. Because outside, a delivery rider is waiting. His name is Arjun. He checks his phone again and again. "Order ready?" the screen says. He starts his motorbike before Reena even finishes packing. Finally, the bag is sealed. Reena lifts it high and shouts, "Done!" Arjun rushes in, grabs the bag, scans it with his phone, and runs back out. The door closes. Inside the store, silence again. Outside, the sound of an engine. Vroom! Another race begins. Arjun rides fast through the streets. The app on his phone shows the fastest path. Not the biggest road, but the smartest one. It knows every alley, every shortcut, every moment of traffic. Sometimes the map says, "Turn left, small street." He trusts it. He turns, flies past fruit sellers and cows standing lazy in the sun. The air is hot, 40 degrees. Sweat runs down his neck, but he keeps going. The order must arrive before the timer on his screen hits 0. He stops in front of a small house, rings the bell. A woman opens the door. Her ice cream has arrived. "Thank you," she smiles. Arjun smiles back, tired but proud. 10 minutes exactly. He takes a photo of the delivery, presses done. And the app gives him a small reward, 5 rupees bonus for speed. Then, ping! Another order appears. No time to rest. He drives away again. Back inside the dark store, the workers continue. 3 shifts, 24 hours a day. At night, others come to clean and refill. Everything is planned with perfect order, even where each item stands. The fastest-selling products, bread, chips, onions, they're always near the door. Heavy things, like air conditioners or big boxes, stay at the back. Every movement has a reason. Every meter saves a second, and every second matters. A big screen hangs on the wall showing numbers and colors. Green means fast, yellow means average, red means too slow. Managers watch the screen carefully. If a worker slows down, they check why. The pressure never stops. But the workers know this is the game. This is the new face of Indian trade. You may think it's just another store. But in truth, it's a lab of logistics. Every box, every step, every click creates data. And that data learns. The system studies what people buy in each neighborhood. If the area orders more onions, the system tells the warehouse to store extra. If customers love chocolate, it moves chocolate closer to the front. Like a living brain, it keeps learning, getting faster, smarter, sharper. And yet, behind this perfection, there is silence. No smell of spices, no human voices, only beeps and blinking screens. This is the new rhythm of trade. Not the song of the bazaar, but the heartbeat of algorithms. Outside, Arjun's motorbike returns for another order. He drinks some water, wipes his face, and smiles at Reena. They don't talk much. There's no time. The app beeps again. She runs. He starts the bike. Together they keep the promise of 10 minutes alive. The camera moves higher. From above, the city looks like a map of light and motion. Thousands of riders like Arjun, flying between dark stores like Reena's, each one a point of energy, each one part of a network that never sleeps. This is not science fiction. This is India, a nation learning how to move faster than ever before. And yet, one question remains. How long can this speed last? Chapter 3. From Salt to Gold. It started small, just a few things. Milk, bread, sugar, salt. Simple daily needs. People said, "Nice idea, but it won't last." They were wrong, because soon the list grew. Ice cream, shampoo, diapers. Then, phones, laptops, televisions. And one day, someone pressed "Order Now" for something very strange. A gold bar, yes. Real gold. 24 carats, delivered to their door in 10 minutes. The man who ordered it laughed. He didn't believe it would come. But the rider arrived, smiling, sweating, holding a small, shining box. Gold. In 10 minutes. That moment became a symbol of India's new power, a land where anything can be delivered, from salt to gold, from daily life to luxury, all in a few taps. The world began to notice. How could this happen here, in a country where traffic never sleeps, where roads are full and life moves slow? The answer was not magic. It was management, and millions of small hands working fast together. In Mumbai, a young woman orders an iPhone. It arrives before she finishes her coffee. In Bangalore, a student buys books for his exam. They come before he finds his pencil. In Hyderabad, a mother orders medicine. It reaches her door before the rain starts. 10 minutes, again and again, everywhere. The heroes of this revolution wear no capes. They wear helmets. Their names are not famous, but their engines are loud, and their hearts beat like the ticking clock on their screen. Each rider knows. Every second means money. Every delay means a warning. The app watches them, measures them, controls them. They are part of a living machine, a system built for speed. But not only riders move fast. Inside the dark stores, the rhythm is electric. Orders come like rain. Pickers run, scanners beep, boxes close, bikes roar away. 10 minutes later, another happy customer. It feels perfect. It feels like the future. But behind the screens, the race never stops. Every company wants to be the fastest. Every minute can decide who wins and who dies. There are 3 big names in this game: Zepto, Blinkit, and Swiggy Instamart. 3 companies fighting for every customer, every street, every second. Blinkit, once called Grofers, was bought by the giant food company Zomato in 2022. They paid $500 million. Now it's worth almost $15 billion. Zepto, founded by 2 teenagers, both just 19 years old. They left Stanford University to chase their dream. Now their company is valued at $6 billion. And Swiggy Instamart, the old rival of Zomato, still fights for the crown, running more than 1,000 dark stores across India. It's a golden war of speed. And the battlefield is time. Every second, these apps track thousands of deliveries. They know how long it takes to move from door to door. They know where customers live, what they like, what they forget. The apps never sleep. They collect data. Day after day, night after night. And that data builds power. It tells the companies what to sell next, where to open new stores, and how to predict what you will want before you even ask for it. For many Indians, this new system feels like a miracle. Life becomes easier. No need to plan, no need to wait. Need something? Just tap the app. The future is on its way, in 10 minutes or less. But some old shopkeepers shake their heads. They watch the bikes fly past their doors. They whisper, "This speed, it's not human." They remember slower days, when people talked, bargained, smiled. Now the street is quiet, only engines and screens. Still, India moves forward. The young generation doesn't look back. They grew up with speed. With phones, with apps, with instant answers. They don't wait for tomorrow. They live in now. And now means 10 minutes. From salt to gold, from tradition to transformation. India is building a new kind of trade. A world that runs on data, dreams, and delivery bikes. It looks bright. It looks fast. But deep inside the system, there are questions waiting. Can this fire keep burning forever? Or will it one day crash under its own speed? The race is not over yet. It's only getting faster. Chapter 4. The Champions of Speed. The race has begun. Engines roar in every Indian city, from Delhi to Mumbai, from Bangalore to Chennai. Millions of deliveries flash across the map. Faster than thought, faster than time. But in every race, there must be champions. And in this one, 3 names rise above all: Zepto, Blinkit, and Swiggy Instamart. 3 warriors of speed, 3 dreams born from one idea. Deliver anything, anywhere, anytime. Let's start with Zepto. It was created by 2 boys, Adit Palicha and Kaivalya Vora, both just 19. They were studying at Stanford University. When they looked at India and saw a future others couldn't see. While most teenagers played games or watched videos, they wrote code. They designed an app. They believed India could deliver in 10 minutes, not 10 days. People laughed at them. Investors said, impossible. But these boys didn't stop. They left Stanford. They went home. And they started Zepto from a small room with borrowed computers. Today, Zepto's value is more than $6 billion. And their dream? To reach every Indian home before you finish your cup of tea. Next comes Blinkit. It was once called Grofers, a normal delivery company, slow and small. But in 2022, something big happened. Zomato, India's giant food delivery app, bought it for $570 million. $500 million. At first, people thought it was crazy. But Zomato had a plan. They saw what the world didn't see. A storm of change coming from Indian cities. They changed Grofer's name to Blinkit because that's how fast they wanted to be. Faster than a blink. And soon, they were. Blinkit's yellow bikes fill the streets. Their warehouses, more than 1,500 dark stores, glow like little stars on the map. Everyone covers a small area, just 3 kilometers wide. That's the secret. Small distance, big speed. From snacks to iPhones, from milk to medicine. Blinkit promises to deliver it all. And investors love it. Now, experts from Goldman Sachs and UBS say Blinkit's value might reach $15 billion. $15 billion. From a small app to an empire of speed. And then there's Swiggy Instamart. The oldest, the toughest. Swiggy started with food, pizza, biryani, coffee. But when the 10-minute wave came, they didn't want to be left behind. So they created Instamart, a fast, smart version of their service. Now, Instamart controls nearly 40% of Swiggy's total value, around $12 billion. They run over 1,000 stores in more than 100 cities. Their goal? To be everywhere, before the others. The 3 champions now fight for the same prize, time. Who can deliver faster? Who can spend more? Who can control the streets, the data, and the customer's trust? It's not a war of guns. It's a war of algorithms, a war fought with apps, warehouses, and delivery bikes, Every second counts. Every delay hurts. Every discount burns more money. But they keep running. Investors watch this race like a movie. Billions of dollars flow from all over the world, from SoftBank in Japan to Tencent in China to Singapore's investment funds. They all want a piece of India's speed because they believe the future of global trade might start here. Not in Silicon Valley, not in New York, but in the streets of Delhi. Still, every revolution has a cost. Each company burns money to win hearts. They offer discounts, coupons, free delivery. And behind every free order, someone pays the price. Workers push harder. Riders drive faster. Warehouses never sleep. This is not only a business, it's a race for survival. One mistake, and a company can fall. One slow minute, and customers switch to the next app. It's a game with no pause. No second chance, but the reward is huge. Whoever wins this war could control the entire market. A market expected to reach $100 billion by 2035. $100 billion for 10 minutes of speed. At night, when the cities go dark, you can still see their lights, yellow, green, orange. Glowing in silence, each color belonging to a company. Each light, a symbol of ambition. And under those lights, thousands of young Indians ride through the night. Their faces tired, their bodies sore, but their hearts full of hope. Because they believe they are part of something big, something changing the world. The question now is not how fast they can go. The question is, how far can they go before they break? The next chapter will tell us why India became the perfect land for this revolution, and how a mix of people, prices, and pressure made the impossible possible. Chapter 5. Why India? Why India? Why here? Why can a country where traffic moves like a river of chaos deliver a gold bar in 10 minutes? To understand this miracle, we must go deeper. Not into the dark stores, but into the heart of India itself. India is not just a country. It's a living puzzle, full of people, colors, and contradictions, rich and poor, old and young, traditional and digital. All moving together, somehow in harmony. And this puzzle is the secret. Reason 1, the price of labor. In America or Europe, a delivery worker costs a lot. 1 hour can cost $15 or more. But in India, labor is cheaper, sometimes less than $1 per hour. That changes everything. It means companies can hire thousands of riders without spending billions. They can promise 10-minute delivery and still survive the cost. The math works here. It doesn't work there. Cheap labor turns dreams into business, and that business runs on wheels. Reason 2, the city crowds. India's cities are full. People live close. Very close. In 1 square kilometer, you can find thousands of homes, shops, and schools. For delivery, that's gold, because short distance means fast time. A rider doesn't travel 10 kilometers to deliver a packet of milk. He travels 2 or 3. The roads may be small, but the market is huge. Reason 3, a culture of help. In many Indian homes, having helpers is normal. Even middle-class families have drivers, cooks, or cleaners. So, when delivery apps arrived, The idea felt natural. People didn't think, "Oh, this is strange." They thought, "Yes, someone brings things to my door, like always." The only difference? Now it's faster. And it comes from an app, not a neighbor. Tradition met technology, and they shook hands. Reason 4, the shopping habit. Indian homes are not big. Most apartments have small kitchens and little storage. No big fridges, no big freezers. So people buy small and buy often. Fresh vegetables today, more tomorrow. Rice every few days. That habit fits perfectly with instant commerce. In America, people buy in bulk, once a week or month. In India, people buy every day. 10-minute delivery makes that easier. It's not a new habit. It's the same old rhythm, just faster. Reason 5, the digital storm. In the last 10 years, India became one of the most connected nations on Earth. More than 890 million people are online. Phones are cheap. Internet is cheaper. Thanks to a company called Jio, data became almost free. Suddenly, the poor could scroll, chat, watch, and order, just like the rich. Millions of young Indians, from small towns to big cities, grew up in the age of instant everything. Instant video, instant money, now, instant delivery. They don't like to wait. They don't plan next week. They live in now. Put these 5 reasons together, and you get a perfect storm. Cheap labor, crowded cities, cultural comfort, frequent buying, and digital speed. A recipe for revolution. Investors saw it. They knew India was different. They had lost money in America, billions. Companies like GoPuff and Getir failed. But India was special. So the money came again. From Tokyo, from Singapore, from Dubai. Bags full of cash, all chasing one dream. To own 10 minutes of time. And it worked. The 10-minute economy exploded. Apps multiplied. Riders filled the roads. Warehouses grew under every flyover. Every neighborhood became a network. India didn't just copy the world. It changed it. Now the West watches India. They ask, how do they do it? The answer is not just business. It's lifestyle. It's mindset. It's the Indian way. Turning pressure into possibility. But every revolution has 2 sides. One bright, one dark. The bright side, millions of jobs, faster life, easier shopping. The dark side, low wages, burnout, pollution, and stress. The same speed that brings comfort to one person brings exhaustion to another. The same 10 minutes that make one customer smile can break another worker's health. And so the story of speed continues, strong, shining, and dangerous. India built the perfect model for instant commerce, but perfection can be fragile. Because when you live in a race that never ends, someone always pays the price. In the next chapter, we'll go inside the machine itself to see how data, algorithms, and dark stores create this new empire, a world without rest, a world of lights, numbers, and silence. The hidden engine of speed. Chapter 6. The hidden engine. It looks simple. You press a button. 10 minutes later, your doorbell rings. But behind that moment, behind that single tap, there is a storm of work you cannot see. It's a system so fast, so perfect, that it feels almost alive. This is the hidden engine of India's 10-minute revolution. Step inside one of the dark stores again. The air is cool. The lights never go off. Every shelf looks the same, clean, quiet, controlled. But the real power is not on the shelves. It's in the data, in numbers that move faster than human thought. Every time someone buys milk, the system learns. Every time someone forgets sugar, the system remembers. Every click becomes a lesson. On the wall, giant screens show colors and numbers. Green means smooth. Yellow means delay. Red means danger. Managers watch. Computers watch. Even the app watches. Thousands of eyes made of code. Every second, information flows like blood through digital veins. From your phone, to the server, to the dark store, to the writer's app, and back again. All of it happens in less than a breath. Algorithms, the invisible minds of this system, decide almost everything. They choose which products sit near the door. They plan where new stores should open. They decide which road a rider should take. They even predict what you will want next week, sometimes before you know it yourself. A woman orders bread on Monday. By Friday, the app reminds her, you may need more. It's not guessing. It's calculating. It's learning. That's how the machine grows smarter. In an office far away, data scientists sit behind bright screens. Their job is to teach the machine to think faster. Every new order adds to the ocean of numbers. They call it the last mile brain. It studies traffic lights, weather, and street size. If a road is closed, it knows in seconds. If rain starts in Mumbai, it tells the nearest riders to take cover. No human could manage all that. But the system can, because the hidden engine never sleeps. Even the placement of onions has logic. The software measures how many people in that area buy onions every day. If the number rises, it moves onions closer to the exit. If it falls, it replaces them with snacks or bread. Efficiency, they call it. Perfection, they dream it. Each order is a race. A digital orchestra where everyone has a role. The picker runs through aisles guided by a screen showing the fastest path. Left, right, stop, scan, move. The packer closes the bag. The rider grabs it. The algorithm tracks him. If he slows down, the app asks, "Are you okay?" If he stops too long, his rating falls. Every move matters. Every second is measured. To customers, this is convenience. To workers, it's control. Some say the system treats humans like machines. Others say it gives jobs to thousands. Both are true. Inside this engine, speed is everything. Feeling comes later, but the companies are proud of it. They show their control rooms. Rows of screens glowing blue and white. Maps full of small dots. Each dot a delivery moving through the city. A manager smiles and says, "In real time, we can see the heartbeat of the market." And he's right. The screen looks like a heart, pulsing faster with every new order. Outside, the riders continue. Hundreds of motorbikes cut through traffic. Some carry groceries. Some carry medicine. One even carries gold. All follow the same invisible map, written not by people, but by data. It's the age of predict and deliver. The future doesn't wait anymore. It drives on two wheels. Yet somewhere in this perfect system, something feels cold. The smiles are shorter. The air smells like speed, not spice. And the noise of the market, the laughter, the arguing, the music, is replaced by the sound of engines and beeps. India is still alive, but its rhythm has changed. The pulse of trade beats to the tempo of technology. The narrator's voice slows. He says softly, "This is the price of perfection." To make life easier, someone had to build a world that never rests. A world that counts every second. A world where humans move like data, and data moves like gods. And still, the question remains, can this machine keep growing forever? Or will it one day overheat and break? Because when everything moves at lightning speed, a small crack can destroy the whole system. The story is not over yet. Next, we'll see how this race for perfection turned into a billion-dollar war, and how far companies will go to win the crown of speed. Chapter 7. The Billion-Dollar Race. The city never sleeps, but tonight, the noise is not from people. It's from money. Billions of dollars move like a storm above India's sky. Everyone wants a piece of the 10-minute dream. Investors call it the fastest business on earth, and they are ready to pay any price to own it. In a tall glass tower in Mumbai, men in suits look at big screens. Numbers jump, charts rise, they smile. From Tokyo to Singapore, from New York to Dubai. Calls come in every minute. Buy shares in Blinkit. Invest more in Zepto. Swiggy will rule the market. The voices cross oceans. Money moves faster than planes. This is the billion-dollar race. For investors, speed means gold. They lost money before in America and Europe, but India gives them hope again. The market here is huge. The people are young and the future is online. They see India not as a country, but as a laboratory of tomorrow. SoftBank, the giant from Japan, returns with full power. Tencent from China joins too. Singapore's wealth funds send billions. Even Western banks like Goldman Sachs and UBS line up to bet. Everyone wants to be inside the race before the finish line disappears. The prize? A market worth $6 billion today, expected to hit $100 billion by 2035. $100 billion. Just for bringing milk and phones to doors. It sounds crazy. But to investors, crazy often means profitable. Inside the companies, the war grows hot. Each one burns money to win more users. Discounts, coupons, free ice cream. Buy one, get one in 10 minutes. It looks fun for customers. But behind the screens, the numbers bleed red. For every order delivered, companies lose a few rupees. Yet they don't stop. Because losing today might mean winning tomorrow. It's called burning cash for growth. And the fire is bright. A manager from Zepto says proudly, "We lose on each order, but we gain hearts." His smile hides the pressure. Every month, investors ask, "When will you make profit?" The answer is always, "Soon, soon." The writers feel that pressure too. The faster they move, the better their pay. So they drive through heat, dust, and danger. 10 minutes or less, No excuses. Some crash, some quit. Others keep going because they need the money. For them, the billion-dollar race is not about charts or stocks. It's about dinner on the table. Meanwhile, the companies grow like fire in dry grass. Zepto opens new dark stores every week. Blinkit expands into small towns. Swiggy builds new data centers to predict orders before sunrise. The map of India fills with dots. Each dot a warehouse. Each warehouse a promise. A promise that speed will never end. In the boardrooms, strategies shift. Blinkit cuts delivery time from 15 minutes to 10. Zepto says, "We'll do it in 8. Swiggy replies, "We'll do it in 7. It's no longer about need. It's about record. Who can be the fastest human company on Earth? This war is silent, digital, and global. But some voices warn this cannot last. One analyst, Aditya Suresh from Macquarie Group, steps up and says, "Sell the stock." It's too high. He believes prices are overvalued by 40%. He sees the danger under the glitter. Few listen. Most investors keep buying. Hope is louder than caution. Back on the streets, the effect is real. Small local shops close their doors. Old traders lose customers. The world that lived on slow trust is now replaced by fast clicks. For every billion earned at the top, 1,000 small dreams fade below. Yet the country keeps moving. Because India loves stories of growth, stories of courage, of youth, of winning. And these companies sell that dream well. They promise not only speed, but pride. They say, "India can build the future." And people believe them. At night, the investors sleep in glass towers. The riders rest on old bikes under the stars. But the engine never stops. Orders keep coming. Data keeps flowing. Money keeps burning. The billion-dollar race runs on. No one knows who will win. Maybe Zepto, maybe Blinkit, maybe someone not born yet. But one thing is certain. The finish line keeps moving forward. Because in this race, there is no end, only speed. Chapter 8. The Hidden Cost. Every bright story has a shadow, and the faster the light moves, the darker that shadow becomes. The 10-minute dream looks perfect, easy, shiny, modern. But behind every beep of the app, someone breathes heavy, runs faster, and pays the price. This is the side no one likes to talk about. The hidden cost of speed. It begins with the workers, the riders, the pickers, the silent hands of the new India. Arjun, the young rider from Delhi, leaves his small home before sunrise. He eats one piece of bread, drinks some tea, and starts his motorbike. The heat will reach 40 degrees today. He doesn't care. He must deliver 50 orders to earn enough for rent. Every minute matters. Every second counts. If he's late, the app cuts his bonus. If he's fast, he earns a few extra rupees. He rides through smoke and dust, his phone fixed to the bike, the map glowing like a god he must obey. In another part of the city, Rena stands inside the dark store. She works 12 hours a day, sorting, scanning, packing. Her hands move faster than her thoughts. Beep, beep, beep. Each beep means progress. She doesn't see the sky until night. She doesn't stop until the screen turns green. Order complete. She dreams of rest, but rest doesn't pay the bills. Across India, there are hundreds of thousands like them, young, strong, and tired, running for the nation's new dream. The dream of speed. But the dream takes more than it gives. Reports say over 200,000 small family shops closed last year. Tiny grocery stores, the Kiranas, places that fed families for generations. They couldn't compete with the 10-minute giants. Their streets became quiet. The old shopkeepers sit outside, watching riders pass with sadness in their eyes. People used to come here, one says softly. Now they just press a button. The neighborhood rhythm is broken. The smell of spices fades behind the hum of engines. Even the riders have begun to fight back. In the city of Varanasi, hundreds of delivery men went on strike. It was 43 degrees, too hot to stand, too hot to breathe, but they stood together. They asked for more pay, for uniforms to protect them from the sun, for a place to rest. The company's answer? They blocked them from the app. Instant silence, instant punishment. The same system that gives jobs can take them away in one click. Unions call it digital slavery. The companies call it freedom. Both words are heavy. Both are true in different ways. Freedom to work, but no control over how or when. Freedom to earn, but not to rest. And what about the environment? Every delivery burns fuel. Every package uses plastic. The air gets thicker, the roads more crowded, the cities louder. 10 minutes for one person may mean 10 years of pollution for all. Yet, inside the companies, the story sounds different. Managers say, "We are creating jobs. We are building the future." And yes, jobs are created. But many disappear just as fast. Machines replace people. Automation whispers at the door. Still, people keep ordering. They can't stop. They are used to the rhythm now. Tap, wait, receive, smile, tap again. Comfort is addictive. And speed is the new luxury. We live in an age where waiting feels like pain, where silence feels like loss, where patience is no longer a virtue, but a weakness. The hidden cost is not only money or labor. It's human time. The quiet moments that used to belong to families now belong to the machine. Children grow up seeing their parents always in a rush. Workers forget the meaning of slow. And somewhere between progress and pressure, we lose something small but precious: the art of pause. The narrator's voice softens. This, he says, is the paradox of our century. We build technology to save time. Then we spend that saved time chasing more speed. We create systems to make life easy. But they make life heavy in other ways. We build a world that never sleeps, but we forget to dream. Still, India moves on. The wheels turn. The screens glow. The orders keep coming. The riders smile for one photo, then race again into the night. Because the race never stops, and no one wants to be last. In the next chapter, we will look beyond the workers, beyond the markets, and into the truth behind the numbers. Is this revolution real and sustainable, or just a bubble waiting to burst? Because every miracle has a moment when it must face reality. Chapter 9. The Future or the Bubble. Morning rises over Delhi. The city shines, bright, restless, alive. The 10-minute world is awake again. Bikes start, apps beep, orders appear. For millions of people, this is normal life now. They don't even think about it. Need something? Tap. Wait. Done. It feels perfect, too perfect. But deep inside the system, a question grows. Can this speed last forever, or is it just a bubble, ready to burst? The investors say, it's the future. They point to charts, lines always climbing. Look, they say, India is unstoppable. And maybe they're right. India is young. India is digital. India believes in now. But history whispers another voice. It says, every boom has a cost. Every rise meets gravity. Let's remember what happened before. In the West, companies like GoPuff and Getir promise the same dream. Fast delivery, happy customers, easy money. They grew fast. They spent billions. Then, one day, the fire stopped burning. Costs went up. Customers disappeared. Investors ran away. The dream crashed, just like that. So, could India face the same end? Maybe, but maybe not. India is not America. Here, the costs are low, the cities are dense, and the people still hungry for change. But hunger alone cannot stop the laws of business. To survive, a company must earn more than it burns. And most still burn. Experts warn that the numbers don't match. 3 big companies, Zepto, Blinkit, Swiggy, together lost more than $1.4 billion in just 4 years. The investors call it growth investment. The accountants call it loss. Both are right. Both are dangerous. A famous analyst, Aditya Suresh, stood up and said something few wanted to hear. These stocks are too high. They could fall 40%. Be careful. His words sounded like thunder in a clear sky. Some ignored him. Some listened in silence. But everyone felt the same small fear. What if the 10-minute miracle is just air and hope? Still, the story has another side. Innovation never sleeps in India. To escape the fire of loss, companies are changing the game. Zepto and Swiggy now sell their own brands of food and vegetables. Blinkit buys products directly from factories. No middlemen, no extra cost. They also sell something new, advertising space. When you open the app, the first item you see is paid to be there. Every click becomes a small coin. Little by little, the machine finds ways to feed itself. And maybe this is how the bubble stays alive. By turning every second into business, every delivery, every banner, every heartbeat of the market. It's not just about milk anymore. It's about data. It's about control. It's about who owns the future of your time. But what about the people? The riders still ride. The workers still pack. The customers still tap. For them, life is simpler and harder at the same time. Simple because everything is close. Hard because everything is fast. No pause, no breath, no slow day. Some call it progress. Some call it addiction. Maybe it's both, because speed gives comfort, but steals peace. It saves time, but fills that time with more noise. We wanted freedom. We built chains of convenience. And now we run inside them, smiling. Still, hope lives in India's heart. Young minds are building smarter systems, greener bikes, fairer pay, safer working hours. They dream not only of faster, but of better. A speed with soul. If they succeed, India will not just be the land of quick commerce. It will be the teacher of a new balance. Between human and machine, between progress and peace. The narrator's voice softens. He walks through the night streets, quiet now after the rush. A few bikes still pass by, engines low, their taillights fading like fireflies. He says, "Every age has its revolution. Ours moves on wheels and data. Maybe it will rise higher, maybe it will fall. But what we learn from it will shape the next century." The camera pulls back. India glows beneath the stars. Old temples and new towers side by side. The scent of spice meets the hum of electricity. Past and future share the same road. 10 minutes apart. 10 centuries connected. So, what do you think? Is this the dawn of a new world? Or just another shining bubble waiting to pop? The answer isn't in the markets, it's in us. How fast do we really want to live? And what are we willing to lose for it? Epilogue. The lesson of speed. The night is quiet now. The rush is over. The city of Delhi rests, but only on the surface. Under the lights, the engines hum softly. A few riders still move through the sleeping streets. A few phones still glow in the dark. Orders still flow. Milk, bread, dreams. India does not sleep. It breathes in rhythm with technology. Fast, faster, fastest. This is the new heartbeat of a nation. Once, people waited for days to send a letter. Now, they wait minutes for gold. The distance between need and satisfaction has vanished. We wanted progress. We got speed. But speed is not the same as happiness. And comfort is not always peace. Think about it. We created systems that save time, yet we use that time to chase more work. We made technology to free us. But we became servants to its rhythm. Every tap feels powerful. Every delivery feels magical. But what do we do with the time we gain? Do we slow down, or do we run even faster? The narrator walks through a narrow Delhi alley. He looks around. The smell of spices returns, the same smell from chapter 1. He smiles. Maybe, he says, we forgot where we came from. Because before all the apps and data, India already knew how to trade. It knew patience. It knew human connection. A shopkeeper would talk with you, ask about your family, offer a small sweet for your child. It was slow, but it was human. Now, the trade is faster, cleaner, colder. Still, not everything is lost. Change always brings both hope and warning. The same power that creates pressure can also create opportunity. For the students building these systems, for the workers driving the bikes, for the investors dreaming of global change. This story is not the end. It's the beginning of something larger. India showed the world a new rule. You don't need to be rich to innovate. You don't need Silicon Valley to move the world. You just need courage, connection, and creativity. When others saw limits, India saw possibility. When others said too crowded, India said perfect for delivery. When others saw chaos, India found order, hidden inside the noise. That's the real magic. Not the app, not the bikes, but the mind behind them. The narrator's voice lowers. Every revolution, he says, is built by people. The engineer who writes the code, the writer who fights the traffic, the customer who believes. Each one a small gear in the giant machine of progress. Each one giving their time, so the world can move a little faster. But one day, we may all ask the same question. Where are we going so fast? Maybe the future will be kinder. Maybe technology will learn balance, not only to serve humans, but to understand them. Maybe the next chapter of speed will include rest, and the next age of comfort will include meaning. Because what makes us human is not how fast we move, but what we move for. The narrator stops walking. The street is empty now. A soft wind moves through the old market. A bell rings from a nearby temple. He looks up and says, India's story is not only about delivery. It's about destiny. A destiny written by hands that never stop trying. From the old bazaar to the digital screen. He turns to the listener. You, he says gently, live in this same world of speed. You order, you scroll, you run, but sometimes, stop. Look around. Smell the spice. Hear the sound of people, not engines. Because the world's beauty, like life dash dash, is found in the moments we don't rush through. The camera lifts above the city. Bikes move like fireflies under the moon. The old streets of Delhi twist below, half shadow, half light, and over them a quiet voice echoes. The future is not coming in 10 minutes. It's already here. The question is dash dash. Can we learn to live inside it without losing ourselves?